Hello friends, this is Harvey Mandan. Welcome to Samsung Wave News. I'll be showing you what's around various forums that you can download, especially widgets at the moment. Most of the good stuff that I have put on my phone have come from the unofficial widgets, not from the App Store itself. These first ones are all from a German site called handy-faq.de. If you go there and find the Wave forum, you'll find lots of good stuff. Most of it's in German, but it still works really nicely, and sometimes it doesn't matter what the language is anyway. Here you just have some shortcuts to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Wikipedia, etc. There is another one to Bing. They're just shortcuts, take you into the browser. This one takes you to formuse.fm, which once you've set up an account, you can find hundreds and hundreds of streaming radio stations, and it works very nicely. I found Capital 95.8. So you just press, wait a few seconds. Works very nicely, very smooth. I only had that on 24 kilobits a second. You can choose in the options to have that up to 40 kilobits a second. Obviously, if you're on Wi-Fi, you would have it at the highest rate. So that's really useful. Here we have an app launcher, which is not fully functional at the moment, but is a good indication of what we should expect in the future. Just very quick shortcuts to basic functions. That was phone, SMS and email. Shortcut to the internet, shortcut to the camera, which I don't know how useful that is because you have a dedicated camera key, which I like using anyway. And this one to the music player at the moment doesn't work. But in the future that should develop, so we should be seeing some nice shortcuts for the home screen. On the next screen I have just a very basic calendar notification widget. It notifies you of all the upcoming events in your calendar, and this is just a kind of sticky where you can just put things to remind you. It doesn't sync with anything, but you can just put a note straight from the desktop or a home screen, and just simple but nice. Here's another sticky note, very, 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 very tiny print, but does the job. Here is a calendar item which syncs with Google Calendar, and it's very easy to use. To set up, it's a bit fiddly but works perfectly. Press refresh, it will take a few seconds and sync all your calendar items on Google. It doesn't sync with the tasks on Google, and it is not synced with your account on your phone if you actually sync your own calendar to Google Calendar. That won't connect with that on the phone. It just does it directly from Google Calendar itself. One small thing I did find while mucking about and syncing a few calendars was one bug, which means if you sync with your Facebook calendar, the sync works perfectly, but once you have the events on your phone in your calendar, you can't delete them. they're stuck there, and even if you delete everything, they're still there. Samsung say that is a bug in the software, and they should have a fix for that next month. So if you have synced your Facebook events and they're all there and you don't want them, hopefully that we should have a solution for that thing. The last one from the German site is a link panel which can take you straight from your home screen to search on various things: Google, Amazon, eBay, YouTube, Wikipedia, and also you can set favorite links as well. To customize this, you have to go in and change some of the code contained in the preferences for the widget, but I shouldn't think that will be a problem, and it's in German, but it works very nicely. One thing from the, or a couple of things from the official Samsung App Store is this Financial Times widget, which actually works very nicely. I apologise for the focus, but I hope you can see it's just scrolling the headlines, and you can scroll through them quickly. If you tap, you get a bit more of each story. Tapping on the story will take you to the mobile ft.com website and give you the full story. And it works very nicely. The browser seems to work, the stock browser seems to work very nicely on sites which don't have heavy flash content. It has problems, I think, when there's a lot of flash on the page. Otherwise, it works really, really nicely. You can set that to update every hour, once a day, twice, 3 times, or manually. And you can set various categories to show you, such as UK, US, Europe, Asia, Middle East regions, or especially for companies, world, and markets. So I like that. I don't know why. I don't have any financial interests in any companies, but like to keep up to date, so why not? Here's a clock widget from the App Store. It's the latest in the line of rather uninspiring little clocks. It's quite nice if you want to fit a lot of things on one home screen. It takes up very little space. But they have insisted for some reason on putting this strip along the bottom, which is the copyright notice, which is not the kind of thing you want on your home screen. It's very annoying. I don't know why they've put it there. Hopefully they'll realise and take it off. So that's just from the official App Store. One app which I've had enough interested in to download is this rather obscure moon phase app, which will tell you exactly the different phases of the moon over the month. So it's really good, especially if you're a werewolf. I imagine you would definitely have that app on your phone. This clock, HTC style weather clock, I've shown you before. The best version of that you can get on mysamsungwave.com. It's in English. You can find it in different languages in different places, but I think that's the best one. So that's all for the moment. As you can see, Badaos is gaining momentum, even though it's still early days. There's lots of interesting things all the time to customize your phone and make it more efficient and better. Of course, it's still not a competitor for something like Android, which you'll find there's a lot more customization options. But The phone and the operating system has been out no more than a month or 6 weeks, and already it's becoming more and more customizable, and in the future I think we can see a lot more good stuff. Thanks very much.